Well, we're back with our Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover series. Now, Christy, did you know that you should keep your cooking oils in the fridge?
You know, I've heard of people doing that. I've never done it. I'm not even sure why.
I know, neither am I, but we are about to find out why and also get lots more tips for healthy eating lifestyles as our four ladies begin their nutrition check starting in Rosa's kitchen. Check it out.
Rosa, beautiful home. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see what this guy has to say. I hope your refrigerator's cleaned out.
At my house right now, I have Christine, Antonia, and Melissa, and we're waiting to meet this gentleman who I believe is a dietitian, and he's going to raid my kitchen from what I hear. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to having somebody else come in here and tell us what to eat.
Really?
I'm sorry. I just really, from having everybody tell me what I can't eat, and then having another person come in to tell me again what I can't eat, I'm not really looking forward to it.
Hello, Rosa.
I'm Jewish.
Wow. That works out perfectly. My name's Dave Grotto. I'm a registered dietitian by profession, and I'm also here with the Healthy Weight Commitment Foundation. That's one of my partners that I work with. And I'm also an author. I actually do this nutrition house call thing as part of my regular job, if you will. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah. Do it. Yep.
Okay.
On to the kitchen makeover. So, the latest research is showing that the bigger the plate, the bigger the bowl, the more you will eat.
True.
So remember, you hear that you eat with your eyes, and then you wind up eating with your stomach because you can only fit so much food, right? So your eyes are bigger than the stomach.
Yeah.
Well, if your eyes see that only the plate is half filled, it will think that you're being gypped, even if it's on a huge plate. So the key is serve things off of a smaller plate.
Okay.
Now, second rule is make sure that when you put food on your plate, you think about it as actually in 4 quadrants. Half should be filled with fruits and vegetables. Why? Provides the most amount of volume, the most nutrition, the least amount of calories. Quarter of your plate protein, quarter of your plate a starch. So that would be your potatoes, your bread, things of that nature. The other thing is, do you mind if I smell your oil? I know that's a very personal question to ask you, but the reason why I want to smell your oil is that, sounds like such a weird thing to say, but oils can turn rancid if they're not refrigerated.
Oh,
Really?
Okay, the good news is you guys must use this quite a bit.
yes.
Would you say? Yeah.
Yes.
I have a real keen sense of smell. What I'm going to suggest that you do is that any oil that you open up in the future does not go down to the bottom, but it actually goes in the refrigerator.
Really? But it won't get, okay, there's
won't
gonna be some,
coagulate?
right, it won't become congealed or whatever that thing is called, where it gets hard? Yes, it will?
So it will, and so that's going to be a problem in this type of container. So what I would suggest that you do is not get the biggie normal economy size, but smaller bottles, and then you actually can transfer it into like those leftover containers that you have from your packaged meals.
Okay.
Or into like a little Tupperware container and keep it in the refrigerator.
I am so glad that David is raiding Rosa's kitchen and not mine.
Beans is a major staple of a Hispanic diet.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, if I was on an island, I always say this to everybody, if I was on an island and there was only one food to bring with me, I would bring the beans, because the beans are so high in protein, so high in fiber, and they're chock full of antioxidants, which help with
to move to the other end of the island.
Might have to live in separate quarters, but that's okay.
I would die.
Now let's talk about this. If you're not eating beans, what I would recommend is take a tablespoon of beans and throw them on top of a salad, and then keep doing that, and then doubling it each week
I will
until you get a
definitely
half a
lose
cup
weight.
of beans.
Because I'll be puking.
All right. Remember what I said about your plate of food. Half of your plate should be,
Fruits and vegetables.
what do you think you should see in your refrigerator?
Half
Fruits and vegetables.
Maybe not half. A third to half would be great.
Broccoli.
All right. So if we took a quick look through here, I would
Mostly
say,
carbs.
right, it's not half fruits and vegetables.
No.
Sometimes fresh fruits and vegetables can be a little bit pricey, especially if they're out of season. The important thing for you guys to know is they can be less expensive than fresh, which is good because you have to look at a budget when we're providing for entire families. And the other thing that I think is equally important is that they're every bit as nutritious as fresh. So you're not sacrificing anything for your family by getting frozen. So the conclusion is, your kitchen is fine, your refrigerator is fine, your cabinets are fine. It's about.
I'm the one that's sick.
All right, let's go replace you at the grocery store. Come on, ladies, we're going to go to the grocery store and show you to do a little shopping.
All right.
A little healthy shopping 101.
All right.
Right this way.
I have to say that David is really surprising me. The way he speaks to us and his philosophy on food is quite different than some of the other people that have been giving us counsel.
I'm hoping David's going to teach us that there are foods that we like that are good for us. We've been learning portion control and ready to start incorporating some more snacks and more food that I already do like into my diet.
Well, it looks like David's realistic approach to having a healthy eating lifestyle is inspiring the ladies.
Well, because you know, when you know better, you do better.
That is true. That's
My mama
true.
always told me that. Up next on our Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover, food labels. We're going to break things down so you can be armed with the do's and don'ts of grocery shopping. That's next on The Balancing Act.
Being healthy doesn't have to be a chore. Change up your workout routines and your diet to always keep your body guessing. One technique that can add a nice new mix to your routine is to try out new workout classes or programs. It can include anything from signing up for a spin, kickboxing, or Zumba class at your local gym, or even joining a new intramural sports league with friends or coworkers. When you find the fun in exercise, you can make it interesting and avoid burnout. And remember that no matter the exercise class or sports league, Marathon energy bars are a great way to fuel any type of workout with 16 to 18 essential vitamins and minerals and 10 to 14 grams of protein. Plus, they're available in 5 delicious flavors.
Did you know that cardio helps to reduce the risk of coronary heart disease? Medical sources cite it as the #1 killer in America, affecting more than 12 million Americans. Fitness cardio like Bakwa keeps you moving and your blood flowing smoothly, which decreases your risk of cardiovascular disease. So be heart healthy and get active with some fitness cardio.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act's Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover series.
In our last segment, we learned what we should and shouldn't have in our kitchen if we're living a healthy lifestyle.
That's right. Now our registered dietitian, David Grotto, is taking us on a little field trip. We're going to get the 411 on food labels and grocery shopping as well. So take a look at this.
I'm not hoping that David's going to teach me something at the grocery store because I feel like we have been doing that, especially my trainer and I, but I am hoping that he will reaffirm what I have learned so that I continue to be on the right path.
I'm hoping that David is going to teach me how to read labels and understand them a little bit better, because I still find that very confusing.
So
Welcome to the farmer's market.
You're going to lead us through here, huh? Wow.
That's cool.
Very pretty.
All right, so here we are in the produce section. We've got lots of great things. There's no bad fresh produce, no bad frozen produce. Tomatoes, you guys like tomatoes?
No.
Yes.
No, you don't like tomatoes.
No.
Okay.
Only in sauce.
You like tomatoes.
yeah. I like
Only in
tomatoes.
sauce.
Yeah.
Tomato sauce counts as a vegetable.
Really?
Tomatoes are great, rich in vitamin C, very high in lycopene. There's actually good research showing that the lycopene can actually fight breast and prostate cancer.
Okay.
So it's a value-added food. You've probably heard before about why it's a good idea to shop the perimeter of the store. That used to be true because you would see produce and so forth. But then you start getting into some more challenging foods. You see the grocery stores have caught on to dietitians like me telling people to shop the perimeter of the store. And what they did is they threw up a couple of roadblocks to foods that you really like to eat, right? I always say if I was sentenced to death row, if my last food on earth, just in case you know, I'm on death row. All right, berries. Out of all the fruits, this is the least amount of calories out of all the fruits. Has the
Really?
lowest sugar content. So do you like berries?
Yes.
Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, anything that ends in airy, pomegranate, airy, any of those things
Really?
are absolutely fine. Those are fantastic. Plus, they're great anti-inflammatories. Now, why that's important for all of you is there's research showing that actually gaining weight may be rooted in inflammation. So try to load up with a lot of these berries. Instant oatmeal, when a lot of us think about that, is the stuff that you get in the pack that has sugar and everything else added to it. My recommendation is you buy just plain old instant oatmeal and you add the fruit. you add the sugar. That way you're controlling those extra calories. But from a nutrition standpoint, instant oatmeal does as great of a job in making you feel full and reducing your cholesterol as steel-cut oatmeal, believe it or not. How many of you could eat maybe half of this polenta?
What is it? What is it?
Oh, polenta is cornmeal. It's
I won't eat any.
oh, it's quite good. But let's say you liked it and you're going to eat half of it. That might be a portion for you. But what they're saying is that's not a serving. They're saying a serving is actually 2.5 slices, and you're going to get 6 servings out of this. So if you're keeping track of calories, do the math. 6 times 71, how many calories are we looking at here?
A lot.
Over 400 calories, right? Calories, knowing fat, servings, probably most important. I like white flour pasta more than I like whole grain pasta. Who's with me on that?
Right. Yeah.
My point with this pasta is, if you're going to get whole grain pasta, that's fantastic. It is a little bit better for you. But to me, it's the portion size, because a big plate of whole wheat pasta or a big plate of white pasta,
Still a big plate.
calories, right? All right, herbs. How many of you use fresh herbs in any of your cooking?
Sometimes.
How many of you feel like you don't have the time to use fresh herbs? Well, listen, I got some fresh time for all of you. You've got plenty of time. No, I'm just joking. Herbs and spices are not very high in calories. They're actually not very packed with nutrition, but what they do have are what are called phytochemicals, or plant chemicals, which fight cancer, heart disease, diabetes, the list goes on. Well, ladies, I think we're coming to the end here. We've got all of our herbs and spices. Any questions that I can answer for you before I let you go and be on your way?
What's for lunch?
Whatever you'd like lunch to be.
No, I really do. I'm so pleased that you met with us. I
Good.
truly am, because I think
We got some really
Was this helpful?
It was very
Absolutely.
helpful.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Good.
I'm going to go to the grocery store and utilize this information that David has given us. And hopefully, I can bring my kids along so they can learn some things. And we just make it a fun day.
All right, knuckle bumps to everybody. All right. Here we go.
got it.
All right. And I got to drive off with the wild, wild west.
All right, let's go
Goodbye.
shopping.
Well, that was fun and informative.
It sure was, and I'm anxious to see them put their newfound knowledge to use.
Coming up next, the ladies are cooking up a mouth-watering, healthy recipe just for you and you and me, hopefully. It's a quick and easy meal to add to your list of recipes as well, so don't go anywhere.
Oh, go grab a cup of coffee and come right back.
Come right back.
Too many women are still wearing the wrong bra size. The slightest weight gain or loss will alter your correct size. So here's what you should look for to get the proper fit. The center of the bra should sit flat on your sternum. The band around your back should be snug at the first clasp. Plus, the strap should be snug enough to lift your bust, but not dig into your shoulders. Wearing the proper bra size will be so much more comfortable, and your clothing will fit better.
Hi, I'm Jessica Jantz. I'm the nutrition director here at Premier Fitness Camp. My tip today is to stay away from soda. Regular or diet, it's gonna get you in trouble. It's not good for the body. Did you know that people with gastric bypass surgery, they're told to never go back to soda because they've just had their stomach made this size, and soda actually expands your stomach. So when you think that you're having a diet soda at lunchtime is gonna help you feel more satisfied and eat less, guess what? When it comes to dinner, you're gonna be able to eat more because now you've expanded your stomach. So that's not good. Plus, if you're doing diet soda, all the artificial sweeteners that are put in there are highly addictive. And if you're drinking regular soda, now you've got the high fructose corn syrup in it. All of those are just not good for your body. Number one thing to do is drink water. And that's my tip of the day.
All right, we're back with our Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover.
Our 4 ladies got a crash course in grocery shopping. Let's see what the ladies are stirring up now.
We're back from the grocery store. We're gonna cook some stir fry at Rosa's house. And we got a lot of healthy chicken, vegetables, and whatnot, and we're gonna see how well we can make it.
What we got there?
All right, ladies. I don't cook. I'm not gonna lie.
Guys, I have a little surprise for you, and I've been holding this to the end.
I love surprises.
Good, you're gonna love this one. And because we're all moms, I'm sure we'll be able to handle it. Rosa forgot to pay the water bill. So, We don't have water.
You did pay the electric bill up.
I paid the electric bill.
And it has nothing to do with menopause, because I would forget.
Well, you're getting clean vegetables.
I'm more of a
So
prep.
why don't we put you over here? There's the water, and here's the cutting board.
Okay.
You know, going out for Chinese would have been a lot easier, guys. I don't know whose big idea this was.
I don't know, but I appreciate this because I'm not a good cook. Okay, who would like some stir fry?
I like the idea of adding the red pepper. I've never had that in my house, but I think I'm going to get that.
Ladies, it's been wonderful cooking this meal with you. I'm very impressed by our skills, actually.
I think this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with David. I had a lot of fun with you guys.
I liked cooking with the ladies very much. Each of them brought something different to the table. We're all on our own journey. However, when we come together, we have a great time. We like to laugh. We keep in touch, and we're helping each other get through a really difficult time in our lives.
I thought we did a pretty good job on the stir fry. It was a little juicy, but it tasted good, so that's what matters at the end. And it was healthy, so.
Who's going to be cleaning with me? Any? No.
And I'm out.
Maybe.
Aren't you still out of water?
I'd like to make a toast, however. Let's make a toast to good health, good friends, a good future, and good success in our journey.
And good cheers.
And good
Aw, what a happy ending. I hope they keep it up.
I'm sure they will. And that stir fry, woo, that sure looked good.
It certainly did look good. And you can actually get that stir fry recipe by logging onto our website, thebalancingact.com, and click on the Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover.
You will also find more recipes, exercise routines, and tips for your own makeover journey.
Plus, you can either do this. If you don't want to get the recipe, you can enter to win the gifts of health on thebalancingact.com for a chance to get a 1-week trip to Premier Fitness Camp at the La Costa Resort and Spa and beautiful, gorgeous San Diego, California, and so much more.
I've never been to San Diego.
You can't enter.
Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Now let's see what's happening on our Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover series coming up for you here next week.
The trainers are stepping up our 4 ladies routines.
Twist up. Keep it up.
Will the ladies withstand the shake-up, or will they burn out?
Okay, I don't know about 30 seconds of this.
The ladies are back in action once again. We'll see that next Monday on another special edition of the Lifetime of Health and Wellness Makeover. Until then, I'm Danielle Nye.
And I'm Chris Tavia. Now stay tuned for more information you can use to help balance your life as our regular edition of The Balancing Act continues right after the break.
A portion of today's program is brought to you in part by Marathon Bars, giving you the fuel you need to help run your day your way. And also brought to you by the 5-star Premier Fitness Camp at the La Costa Resort and Spa, America's #1 fitness retreat in San Diego, California.